Hey Tony, Jessica Peterson here. I am so excited that you accepted this free video because I know what I'm about to show you can be life changing for your business. I know these are tried and true strategies because we have used these exact same strategies with over 50 other businesses, restoration businesses just like yours across the United States. So I'm really excited to show you this because I know what an impact it can really have for you guys. And I know you're probably thinking, well, what's in it for her? Why is she doing this? And you know what, that is a fair question. And here it is. Like, I honestly appreciate everything that you guys do. I am so passionate about working with restoration companies because of what you're doing for your communities and the fact that you're helping families get their lives back. You're helping so many people. And so when we do these videos and we're able to help companies like you guys, whether you take this information and do it yourself and are able to do more jobs and hire more people and hit all those goals, or whether you decide you want to do these things but a little bit faster on a faster schedule and you want to work with us, then that's great too. But either way, we're helping you guys make an impact and getting more people in their homes. And honestly, that's what it's all about, right? So let's get started. So today we are going to go over three main things. We're going to talk about citations, content, and backlinks. Okay. So, um, you guys have a great looking website. I love it. I love the colors and everything, but unfortunately, Google doesn't really rank websites based on their appearance. It is all based on content, and content is key. So you have to have a lot of content, but you don't just want any type of content, right? Google sends these little crawlers, like little robots, through your website, and what it does is it's trying to read all the information, all the content on your website to know who you are and what you're about so that they can send customers your way. And so if your website doesn't have that type of content, it isn't built around a keyword strategy, then Google really doesn't know who you are. So how can they send you any customers? So honestly, your content is built from several things. It includes images. So if we look here, save as, you want your images to not just say stock photos with a bunch of numbers. You want to have all of the photos on your website have the local keywords that people are searching for your service. That also helps you with getting indexed. So then, in addition to your photos or any videos you might have, you also have to have a good amount of written content. Your homepage is like the most important page of your entire website, so it has to have a lot of really good quality content built around those local keywords. People are actually searching for your services. So whether that's Orange County water damage or Huntington Beach water damage restoration, etc., your content needs to be built around those local keywords, so people can actually find you when they need those services. So your homepage should have at least like 1,500 words or more. And if your competitors have more, then you need to do better than they're doing. Okay? So let's take a look at your top competitor in Huntington Beach for water damage. And here we have Restoration One. And yes, they are a franchise. But honestly, you guys have a great opportunity to beat out these franchises because you're not actually competing as the entire franchise, just these small locations. And franchisees kind of have their hands tied. These corporations don't let them do a whole lot of modification to their site. So they really can't target the keyword strategy that they're looking for their specific area. So you guys can. So you really just have to do better than what they're doing. So you need more content, better pictures, and just a better strategy. And you guys can totally beat them. And when we also talk content, that also has to do with your Google business profile. So if we hop on over here, as we all know, um, when your customers need your service, they're going to do a search term like water damage restoration. They're probably not going to be looking up your business because they're not going to know who you are, right? So in Google, there's like 3 spots that your business can get positioning in, and the first spot is always going to be your ads, and that's going to be like your Google ads and your local service ads. And this is a really good spot if if your website has really good structure and you're in good positioning, then ads could be a really good option for you guys. And if not, then we should probably focus on the other areas, which is going to be this Google Map Pack here. This position here, you want to be in the top 3 because nearly 30% of people go straight here. They'll skip ads and everything, and they're just going to come to these 3 businesses. So you not being listed here means that you're losing out on 30% of your potential business. Now, there are major factors that go into ranking here, but the biggest factor is something called citations. And that's just listing the name of your business, your address, phone number, and website, and listing those in a bunch of directories like Yellow Pages, Better Business Bureau, Yelp, Glassdoor, and even your social media pages are citations. You need a whole bunch of those throughout the internet. You're obviously going to need more than whatever your competitor is doing, but you want them out there because every single one of those citations is sending signals to Google to help tell Google who you are and what you're about. And so people are searching terms. If you have that content in your Google business profile and you have it on your website, it really helps Google to send those customers to you. But if you're missing it on your website and you're missing it here, you're totally missing out on a ton of business. And then this third section here is the most important section. This is your organic section. So this is really important because nearly 60 to 70% of people go straight here and they don't go anywhere else. So when you're not listed here, again, you're missing 60 to 70% of potential jobs. So getting here has everything to do with what we just talked about with your website. Having that good content on your website is going to allow you to be indexed for those keywords and to rank. Okay, so now the next step is getting those backlinks, which are going to power up that website. Because, like everything else, your favorite tools, nothing works without power, right? So your website has to have that power. But how does it get that power? It's backlinks. So you need a ton of backlinks. You need more backlinks than your competition. And you need to understand that not all backlinks are created equal. This is a popularity contest. So you only want to be going after the relevant backlinks that are most related to your business. So that could be other home service type businesses and even vendors. And it's basically like, say, having one of your vendors give you a really good shout out and say, hey, Google, AquaPro Restore is an awesome restoration company. You need to send them some people. Okay, so it's really, really important. This is what powers your website. This is what gets these scores up here. And the higher those scores are, the more Google trusts you, and the more that you can start ranking, okay? And if you think of this kind of like your power tool, a referring domain is any website that provides your website with a link from their site to your site. And the backlink's just that physical link. So if you take your power tool, it's not going to work without power. So you're going to plug it into a power source. And in this case, it's a referring domain. And that power source is pushing power through that cord, which is like your backlink. And it powers up your favorite tool. And so that's how your website works as well. So we need to send a lot of continuous power and good quality power. The bad stuff, the spammy stuff will actually hurt you. So we got to focus on the good stuff, okay? And because you guys don't have a whole lot of content on your website and it's not really structured around keywords, you really only have 6 keywords indexed and you've got like 0 traffic coming to your site right now. So you definitely need to work on your content and keyword strategy. If we look at your keywords, we can see you only have one keyword, and that's for pack out services in Orange County that's been indexed. I'm sorry, not indexed. That is ranking, meaning that on the first page of Google, because there's 10 spots on Google. None of the other keywords are anywhere near ranking. So if we were to actually look at just water damage in Orange County, Irvine, or even Huntington Beach, we can see there's a ton of good potential volume. And so if you optimize your website and work on that keyword strategy and that content, you can get indexed for these keywords and rank. And look at how much potential customers could be coming to you every single month. Okay. So now if we look at your competition, oops, that's the wrong one. Sorry about that. If we look at Restoration 1 in Huntington Beach, they only have 26 backlinks. You already got that beat, so you just need to have better quality and just have a lot more than all of your competitors. But they do have more content, and it is more structured around keywords. So they've been indexed for more keywords, and they're getting more traffic. And if we look at those keywords, they do have a number of keywords, as we can see here on the first page. And those are the good local keywords that are going to drive their jobs. So if you follow all three of these tips I've provided you today on your citations, content, and backlinks, you have an amazing opportunity to really grow your business and even dominate in certain areas. I hope you found this helpful, and feel free to take it and go with it and do it yourself. But if you'd like to see results even faster, feel free to reach out. This is our specialty. And we specialize in working with restoration companies, and we would love to chat with you. So go ahead and give us a call or respond back to our email, and we'd be happy to chat. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to hearing from you soon.